Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tangent TV. My name is Joseph Lanzalata, and today we are going to be talking about Tangent's new course, Digital Transformation in Life Sciences Technology. Today, I am lucky enough to have with me Derval Kennedy and Barry Curry. They are two industry consultants who have helped develop this course with Tangent and will be teaching the course. Welcome, Barry, and welcome, Derval. If you guys might just start us out to introduce yourselves to our audience. Derval, if you'd like to start, just maybe introduce a bit of your background and tell us how you came to be presenting this course.
Sure. Lovely to be here, Joe. Nice to see you. I've been working in strategy and change management field for a number of years, and most recently within life sciences. My take, I guess, on designing strategy and transformation within organizations is to use design thinking. And I've been working with Barry on a number of industry projects to that end, to transform organizations, but get as many people involved in that transformation as possible. And that's one of the underlying principles of this course. So bringing recent industry experience to this course and combining a number of our own areas of expertise and our experience.
Amazing. Well, we're so happy to have you, Derval. And Barry, maybe you could give us a similar sort of introduction to let the audience know a bit about yourself.
Sure. Thanks, Joe. So basically, I'm a project management consultant for over 20 years. Most of that experience in the life science and pharmaceutical industry, and most of that within manufacturing software systems. And I guess over the past few years, we've seen a number of these digital transformation programs get into trouble and experience some difficulties. And as Derval mentioned earlier, we look at a very different way of bringing teams together to create their own scope of work, create their own delivery, and manage their own success, basically.
Amazing. Well, so, I mean, as we get into it, I have a few general questions, and then we might go into kind of some specifics for either of you. Barry, if you want to start us off, maybe you could describe why you guys ended up developing this course.
Sure. So most of my work being in life sciences and being in the digital transformation space, where we're supporting clients to move from a paper-based process to an electronic-based process for a number of reasons: regulatory compliance, efficiencies, improved quality, and so on. And I've seen over the years where many of these projects have failed to deliver on expectations, have failed to deliver the expected value, and have forced the clients to compromise somewhat. And working with Derval and the experience that Derval has with organizational change, design thinking, and strategic design, we came up with a methodology of working with life science clients to help them to really clearly define their own requirements early on, because we saw a need for a focus on people, a focus on business change, whereas currently with many digital transformation programs, there's a focus on the technology. And we're very much focused on the people. And that's why we've developed this course, because we saw a huge need for it in the industry.
Amazing. And so Derval, what would you say is the unique selling point for the course?
I think Barry has alluded to it there. It's the combination of very industry specific and practical project management or program management, combined with design thinking. And the broader approach of design thinking allows people to design their own solutions, Joe, that they get involved from the word go in designing the solutions to the challenges that they themselves face. So instead of thinking, this piece of technology will solve my problem, they look at it much more holistically. So we're combining that sort of creative, very open-minded, but practical design thinking approach along with industry-specific program management. And I think that's the USP. The course we've designed is enormously practical. People will be equipped with tools, with methods to go back to their own working environments and design to solve their own particular challenges for digital transformation.
Amazing. And so every course is designed for a certain type of student. Barry, maybe you could share with me, who is this course designed for?
The course is basically designed for middle management, senior management, and leadership, and project leaders within life sciences in general. So life sciences encapsulating, everything from pharmaceutical manufacturing to medical devices biologics, biopharma, and so on. So anyone who's involved in managing a department, in leading a project or leading a team through this digital transformation process, because it really will focus on the people and bringing a cross-functional team together and how to lead your team through this change and how to understand the impact of the change on the business, which is often overlooked.
That's excellent. So we know who it's for. One important thing that we talk about in kind of the startup world a lot is that timing is everything. So Derval, could you share with me a bit about why offer this course now? Why is the timing right?
Oh, it's a great question, Joe. But I think, long before we found ourselves in the current situation with COVID-19, both Barry and I were totally agreed that there's a huge demand, even a pent-up demand for a course such as this, because I think within life sciences, there's a very strong business driver to digitally transform the organization. And now, under the current circumstances, you can see organizations, not just in life sciences, but in all industry sectors, making changes really fast. They're being very agile, they're innovating, they're becoming resilient. We've seen massive change happen in most industry sectors. I believe now, though, that in the area of life sciences manufacturing, it's an opportunity for those organizations to double down and keep the speed going to get to those, to overcome those challenges of digital transformation in an agile way. So the timing couldn't be better.
Absolutely. That's amazing. I'm excited to see the course coming out in such a timely manner. And so then if we look at kind of the participants who are going to be on the course, they're obviously looking to leave with something and have some things to take away from it. Barry, could you share with me a bit on what the participants will get out of the course? What will they take away?
Sure. So they basically get a playbook from looking at digital transformation from the very beginning. Why are we doing this digital transformation? Why do we need to do it? How will it impact our business? And bringing together the requirements gathering concepts, the prototyping, testing and verifying those solutions in advance of making a decision to allow you to make better decisions. Then we complete the scoping exercise to enable them to create their own design, their own solutions, estimate their own value and what benefits to expect. And then we look at detailed planning and looking at how they can strategically choose their own roadmap for digital transformation. So instead of doing one big bang and trying to implement everything together, what makes sense for their specific application, for their specific site and their specific needs, and how to tailor that to the needs of the business and the needs of the industry. And also to, in a forward-looking way, make them, in a sense, future-proof against, as I say, such a crisis like COVID-19 that no one could have anticipated.
So it's some timely outcomes to a timely solution. I'm really interested. I think since you both have different backgrounds coming towards this, it's interesting for me to maybe have a few questions for each of you. So Derval, I have a few just to go from the kind of design thinking perspective. The course is a combination of design thinking and program management. Why have that design thinking component to the course?
Yes, it's a great question. I suppose if we think of the two principal components of the course running on twin tracks, really, it's not, switching from one to the other. We feel that the combination of both design thinking and life sciences program management or transformation management mutually benefit each other. But specifically about design thinking, when people hear about design thinking, they tend to think about it being used for the development of products, particularly, or services. But I personally have been using it quite a lot in recent years in life sciences organizations for designing strategy and also designing the processes or the programs of change and transformation. So that's the background. In the broadest sense, design thinking is actually also about context analysis. It's quite analytical and very focused. It's about framing problems. So, for example, a life sciences organization or a manufacturing site might have a particular challenge around digital transformation. So it's about framing that problem and then exploring ideas using design thinking techniques to come up with a number of solutions very creatively. So what we call in design thinking terms, it's actually divergent thinking. So you take a bunch of people working on a team together, coming with their different ideas and offering different solutions to the same problem. Then we take students, in this case, through a process of identifying which options are the best ones, identifying enablers and barriers, and helping them and guiding them through prototyping some of their solutions and testing them. And design thinking in this case is also, it encourages a great deal of innovation and ideation, not words you often hear in life sciences, but very much to the fore when it comes to designing the best solutions, ones that are people-centered, if you follow me.
Absolutely. So there's a wide application to the design thinking approach. And you kind of touched on a lot of it there. I had a few other questions. So just one of them, just even more specifically, just to even answer it again, is what are the specific benefits of the design thinking approach?
Oh, I think that it's a combination, Joe, of both analysis and creativity, which should appeal to our course participants. What students will learn on this course is that they learn how to create and take action on digital transformation for their own businesses or their teams or their organization as a whole. So size is not an issue here. It's actually about how you will apply this process to creatively solve your own problems in your organization regarding digital transformation. It's a very holistic end-to-end approach. It comprehensively covers and considers people and process. It isn't just focused on out-of-the-box technology solutions, which are often what people consider to be a panacea. They think that their organizations may be able to digitally transform simply by choosing and implementing a piece of technology, which very rarely is the case. So they'll follow a process with us that's both human-focused and business-centered. So people will buy into it, people will be designing the solution, and it's business-centered because it's analytical, and we will be able to guide our students on how to measure their transformation value. And by co-creating and working together, the participants they'll be very engaged in the process, and they can take these techniques back to their organizations for very practically applying them.
That's awesome. So you've already answered my next question on the kind of like how it connects in the course, and kind of it's clear that this is going to be well integrated into it. And the design thinking approach is very integrated into how the course is taught, would you say?
Yes, I think so. And, I probably should add that, there's the design thinking approach is going to run throughout the end-to-end basically in the course. But specifically what students will be doing is they'll be framing the challenges, and they'll be brainstorming the solutions to solve them. Using design techniques, we'll encourage students to pick out conditions that would resonate with them in their life sciences organizations. And they will have to look at these options and see what would have to be true about these options to choose which strategy is the winning strategy. Specifically then we're going to get teams to design and conduct those tests that help them choose the various options. And then finally, and this is another, I suppose, USP of the course, we'll mentor and coach the students in how to set up teams back at base to be able to implement their own digital transformation in their own immediate work environments.
Okay, so they're definitely going to have something to take away with them that they can apply right away.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I might turn a little bit. I'm going to ask Barry. I have a few questions for you here, just to get the kind of the other track in the course. So, why is there the need for this course in life sciences? Again, it's kind of the why now question. Like, why is this needed now?
Yeah, I guess over the past 10 to 15 years, I've spent a lot of time with clients rescuing projects that have gotten into trouble. And we've had to go right back to the beginning and spend a lot of time on the requirements gathering piece. And every different organization will have their own different way of doing this. But working in this way enables them to take control of that, because as Derval mentioned earlier, we can no longer just drop a system on a site and expect people to use it. And my observations over the last number of years were that organizations were breaking the corners off their own business processes to make it fit a system that was never really designed for them. It was designed around software. It wasn't designed around the users. So particularly in life sciences, the number of drivers, compliance being the main one, and quality of the product, and patient safety. Digital transformation done correctly can deliver huge benefits, huge transparency, provide better quality product, and increase the supply of product into the market to ensure you don't have any stock out situations, but also allow people to analyze what's happening in a much easier way. So when you have initiatives like pharmaceutical serialization that many of our students will be familiar with, that's purely driven by doing digital transformation correctly. And again, I've worked with clients in the past in correcting those projects and getting those systems to a place where they're actually usable and delivering the benefit that they had anticipated. Why now? I suppose from talking to clients very recently, and literally in the past few weeks, where many of them are having to have many of their staff operate remotely, that they hadn't anticipated this. But this will become a situation whereby a site that normally has 1,200 people working there has 300 people working there. And how do they manage that now? How do they manage that and introduce solutions that will be permanent in the event of a future pandemic or a future such crisis? So digital transformation has risen to the top of the priority list in many organizations, literally in the past few months, and it would have never got this acceleration if it wasn't for the COVID-19 crisis. So that's why there's an extra focus on this now. And part of the research with life science manufacturers and in putting this course together was validating all of these ideas that, yes, we need this and we need it now.
I love the idea of future proofing and this sort of thing. It ties through a lot of the things that we'd be talking about here in Tangent, and just generally is the idea of making us ready for not what's here today, but kind of what comes next. And in that context, that often comes in kind of the combination of potentially unexpected things. Why in particular is the combination of design thinking and life sciences digital transformation a good mix in your view?
Because projects and programs of this nature, they're really about control, taking control and ownership. And what often happens is that an external body or even an above site body within a corporate organization will arrive on a site to deliver a project or a program. And they'll kind of, in a way, tell the sites what they need and tell the processes how they should run. Whereas we take it from the inside out, that using the design thinking approach combined with the all of the different requirements within life sciences, they can actually create their own solution, drive their own roadmap, and estimate their own values, their own benefits at the end, and really control.
It sounds like a really good combination in my view, and I'm excited to see what comes and how the course runs from here. Guys, I have kind of a last question, and this is really my question for you guys. What are you guys most excited about this course as it comes through? Derval, I'll go to you first. What are you most excited about running into this course?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting question, Joe, but I think, when we were putting our heads together and designing this course, we felt that it's going to make real impact in life sciences. And, we both know, and we've both seen projects and programs that haven't worked so well, but we really get behind the idea that having people design their own solutions to their own problems gives them the buy-in and the enthusiasm for success that you don't always see. Design thinking ensures that, and I think the very particular industry approach, the life sciences program management approach, combined with design thinking is unique, and we're very excited about it.
Amazing. And Barry, is there anything you'd like to add that you're particularly excited about for this course?
Yeah, well, I'll echo Derval's comments, but also I'd be excited about changing people's perceptions of large digital programs, because across the board, not just in life sciences manufacturing, large software projects, as they're often termed, don't have a good reputation of arriving on time and on budget and so on, and delivering the value they should. So really looking forward to changing people's perceptions about how you can do that, but how you can take control of that by engaging with people and applying the tools and techniques that we'll walk through on this course.
Amazing. Well, Barry and Derval, I thank you so much for coming on to Tangent TV to share what this great course is going to be going forward. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Delighted, Joe. Thank you.
Amazing.
very much, Joe.
And to anybody who's watching this right now on Tangent TV, if you'd like to find out more about the course, the link will be right in the description down below. You can go ahead and click that, find out more. And I think it's open by the time this is live. People can start signing up for the course, or at least applying, and see who gets through. Perfect. We'll leave it there for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming on. And until next time.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Take care. Bye.